Welcome to the Dan Stevens Show. This week, have a very special guest, the takeaway man, Kev Kirwan.
Oh, thank you very much.
How are you, Kev?
Super happy to be here. Yeah.
Delighted to have you.
You want to get a chipper?
Yeah.
For breakfast.
How this came about was we had a chance meeting in the comment section on TikTok. I put a clip out about a local takeaway that we'll probably discuss during this episode, and Kev saw it and he said, I'd love to talk about the takeaways in Blanchardstown and in general, and it turns out he's a very experienced takeaway man, so he gratefully accepted to come on the podcast. And what we're going to start off with, just for the listeners, if you can't see what's going on here, but we're going to do a little review of the Macari's, well, Romeo's now, isn't it?
Romeo's it.
Macari's Romeo's chicken wrap and potato pucks. It was just gonna
absolute gourmet cuisine. Right,
it was just gonna be the chicken wraps, but I was getting my haircut this morning in the barbers, and they were like, "You need to try the pucks." So, and then they said, "You better give us credit for that." So here we are. So we're gonna give it. What will we do? You can direct on the rating here.
Yeah.
Would you say you're a numbers reviewer?
No, I don't do numbers.
You don't do out of 5 or out of 10? No.
Because there's a chap, and his name's Bevo, and he started doing this thing. Oh, you know the rules. We're going to rate and review these foods and stuff. No one knows the fucking rule. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's like 1 to 10 or whatever.
Yeah.
I wanted to do my initial review when I first started was actually to do it on is it shit or is it their shit?
Okay.
But the thing is, people don't like talking about shit when you're talking about food.
Yeah.
And people go, oh no, this guy's like, and I was like, no, it's a play on words, and it's a this and it's a like, is it their shit meaning it's really good, or is it shit as in it's bad? And I was gonna do like a 1 to 5 poo emoji thing, all that stuff, and that just put far too much thought into it. And then people just said, would you recommend it, yes or no?
Yeah.
And is it cheap, yes or no?
Yeah.
You know, and that's the way I kind of was doing it going forward. But the thing is with these wraps, right?
Let's go.
So when you get these wraps, like, you kind of open it up and it's all amazing and it's this and it's that. If you were to get it, the main thing is when you're getting them, you have to eat them straight away. So what happens with these wraps, and it's the same with burritos, is they kind of heat up the wrap first, put all the toppings in on it, roll it up, and then it's just a countdown, like a countdown clock. So if you leave that for a couple of minutes, and as soon as it starts to go a little bit cold, it's going to taste like a brick.
Right.
So
let's go.
Let's launch, mate.
Cheers.
And the thing with this one, what they do is all the toppings that you'd want on it are add-on extras. So you got a little bit of cheese on that.
Yeah.
I love some rashers on it. Yeah, €2, $1.50, whatever. What these guys do is they go, we're gonna put pickles in it. You're like, oh, pickles in it. And they're like, oh, we put peppers and onions and stuff. Like, oh, all right, yeah. I would much rather go, it comes with cheese and then optional extras.
Yeah.
As in, get your pickles, get your whatever, onions, bit of cheese or whatever. Like, I would much rather say, I don't want pickles or peppers, but I want to swap them out.
Yeah.
And get the good stuff in.
Pickles and chicken, like, it's not a good mixture, is it?
No.
I tell you, that first bite was as dry as Gandhi's flip-flop.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you. So what happens is with these ones, the first bite is just, it's always going to be just all bread or even a little bit of chicken.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Just another thing as well. The bag, let me just get the bag. You know, I'll use this bag for an example. These are the potato pucks, but where's the brown bags gone? The classic brown bags were designed for chippers. They're legendary. You know, you have these white branded bags. Like, what do you think of that? Would that be a...
Well, I think it was probably an SEO thing. They go, people seem to really love white bags in Ireland for some reason, and I don't know why. I don't know, maybe it's like a cocaine thing or something. It's like, they go in and they're like, actually...
There you have it.
No one does brown anymore, only white.
Yeah.
Very controversial.
Yeah, the cocaine is in for the heroin.
Oh, everyone knows that cocaine always trumps heroin.
But would something like that be a bugbear for you? The brown bag. I'm nostalgic, you see.
The thing is that originally when you'd have the brown bag, is you can see how much salt and vinegar was in it, because you'd look at the bag and you'd see it's all wet from the bottom up to a certain amount. But all these new bags and stuff like that, it's probably a sustainability thing. It's really good for advertising and things like that. But
Yeah.
like, I want usually when you'd come out of a chipper or whatever, you'd have the bag in your hand and your hand would be wringing wet afterwards, and you go, oh, that's because of the vinegar that's on it and the smell of it. But you can't really, like we did say, like, oh, it gives salt and vinegar, but it's not really as old school as it used to be. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
Now
sure
we'll go for the midway kind of opinion on this wrap here.
once you get out of the flip flop area at the very
Yeah.
beginning, when you get into the nitty gritties of it, it actually is. It's a nice wrap. Like it I'm not going to say it's the best, most succulent wrap I've ever had. Thanks to this week's sponsors, Romeo's.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's just grand. It fills a gap. It does the job. I think you can't really go wrong. Like a wrap and a few potato pucks for £5. It's like that is one of the big things when Romeo's first actually started, especially in where we're from, is that when Romeo started doing these like meal deals and stuff like that, and you get a bag of chips and a burger and a drink for X amount, and they were showing this is how much you're actually saving, all of the other takeaways actually stopped getting footfall because everyone just got chippers. And it was actually a huge big thing as well when it comes to the initial kind of phenomenon of it was when certain TV shows went on ad breaks, they figured out that people were going to put their kettle on to have a cup of tea, but everyone was doing it in town at the same time. And then it was like surge and things and all this kind of stuff. Big thing with like Coronation Street, they were like, for some reason at 7:15 every night, we have like a huge spike in power. And they're like, oh yeah, because everyone's putting their kettle on all at the same time.
And water.
And doing all that kind of crack. But yeah, it's the same sort of stuff. The thing is with Mr. Romeo's and Mr. McCarry's, I'm not too sure the actual ins and outs of it, or if it is a bit of folklore legend, but supposedly they're brothers. And it was McCarry's throughout. So it started off as McCarry's, and then there was a bit of I put my toaster into the press and the other guy keeps it on the counter kind of thing, and they had a bit of a split. And that's when all of the McCarry's actually turned into Romeo's then as well. So they I don't know if it was a case that they bought each other out or anything like that, but that was always kind of a bit of a story about it. Like,
forgot to get tissues. We'll use the potato pucks as tissues. I milled that, didn't I?
Yeah.
I tell you.
It's the same as when you're having a pint. Why does he have a full pint of Guinness and the other guy isn't?
Yeah.
One guy's the talker and the other guy's the drinker.
Yeah. No, I enjoyed that now, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, today anyway, while Kev is having his wrap there, Kev's going to be telling a few stories and giving us a bit of an insight into the background of the whole takeaway, online takeaway industry, I suppose. And telling us a couple of stories and giving us an insight into that, because it's an industry that's kind of exploded in the last few years. Very popular. So it's great to have you, Kev.
Cheers, bud.
Thanks for agreeing to do it on such short notice as well.
That's the thing. It was like, once I saw that clip when you were talking about the garden house, I was just like, oh, he's from Blanche.
Yeah.
I'm from Blanche.
Yeah, we're both from Blanche.
Let's have a chat about it. So Blanche at this stage is kind of like a mecca for takeaway food, and a lot of people don't really understand it, as in kind of like really it doesn't have the most amount of takeaways, or especially compared to other places in Dublin. Like Domino's in Tala is the world's most busiest Domino's.
Really?
Swear to God. And they get their I was gonna say their Coke delivery, but like but their Coke delivery for that one Domino's, even though it's only in the square, it's a tiny little spot, it's done on pallets. Like that's how much Coke that they're getting. And maybe it's just a thing where it's to get away from the guards going, Jesus, these guys are getting in a huge big Coke delivery or something. But yeah, no, it's like they get pallets of stuff in. It's the busiest in the world. And what happens in Blanche then is that Blanche was kind of the forerunner for certain aspects of, there was a thing called ghost restaurants. I don't know if you remember ghost restaurants.
I think I have an idea what you mean.
And what happened was is where Blanche came about was is that, and you probably remember it, in the industrial estates. That's where all of the initial kind of like these kind of ghost kitchens started.
Yeah.
But there was a place years and years ago called 3 in 1. I don't know if you can remember it.
Oh, I think we do. Yeah.
So with that place was it was 3 in 1, and the whole kind of premise behind it, and it was kind of the forerunner of ghost kitchens is that you want to get a curry, so you get like an Indian curry, but I want to get pizza, and then your dad wants to get a Chinese. This place was one of like the first in the forefronts of actually doing all the three things in an industrial estate in Kilmoyan, and they deliver it out to you.
Yeah.
And like that was never seen anywhere else before, and like that kind of stuff was happening. And then you were like now to the present day, there's a place in Glasnevin, and they'd have like Mr. Beast Burger, Taco Bell,
It's like the mixed martial arts of food, isn't it?
big time, yeah. And like
It's like boxing and kickboxing and judo and everything just combined.
but this is it. So like if you go out to Glasnevin now, there's a place, and it literally is the term is called a ghost kitchen, but they have like Mr. Beast Burger, and then there was like Pat Short's like breakfast baps, and but it was all done out of like a warehouse in the middle of
Yeah.
Glasnevin.
That's
I'm
not where Euros is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've
yeah.
collected it out there a few
Yeah,
times.
so like
Ooh.
that, so all that spot. So and then you kind of get down into the kind of the nitty gritties of generally what happens is in Ireland, with the most part is that you'd have an initial kind of concept of say Eddie Rockets. So Eddie Rockets, everyone knows Eddie Rockets, and that's great. In Ireland, they were like, oh, I love the red dust that they put in the chips, and you're like, red dust, and then you go, what do you mean red dust? And they're like, oh, paprika.
Yeah.
You know, oh yeah, paprika. But at the time, like definitely in the 90s, like when you were growing up, there was just this magic Eddie Rockets dust.
Yeah.
Because we wouldn't have had like you wouldn't go to the shop, and at the time like certain spices and things like that were there. It was just I love the red dust that's on that they put in the chips, and it literally was just like smoky paprika.
Yeah.
And what happens then was is that they build up these franchises, and it goes so well, and they have them in multiple locations, the likes of Romeo's, Eddie Rockets, or whatever, and then they have a split, and that's where Shake Dog came from. So Shake Dog was actually one of the original partners of Eddie Rockets, and they kind of just went into a bit of a Timu kind of Sheen version of Eddie Rockets, where they still do the milkshakes and the stuff, but like that's generally
An
what happens,
affordable
like.
version.
Yeah, like an affordable version where
Of
you're
Eddie
not
Rockets.
going doing a drawdown so you can get a burger and chips. Just
Yeah.
so you can go to Eddie
Well, I
Rockets,
mean,
like.
when you're a restaurant, like Eddie Rockets got its own phrase, Eddie Rockets empty your pockets. Imagine and that was all over Ireland.
Yeah.
Imagine your restaurant being
Mhm.
tarnished with that phrase.
Amazing.
And you would say to someone, I'm going to Eddie Rockets. Eddie Rockets, empty your pockets.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like,
That was the thing. And what happened was is you were kind of going into an American style diner, like so that's where they got their concept from was
Yeah.
Johnny Rockets. So
Oh.
so it was Johnny Rockets over in America, and some Irish lad was like, "Hold on a minute, I have an idea." And yeah, whatever is this trademark thing, so we just call him Eddie instead over here. You know, all right, yeah, cool. And that's literally how it. So it was an American style diner that was brought over. Johnny Rockets in America, Eddie Rockets over in Ireland, and yeah, that's how the whole thing
Wow.
started off. Yeah, and it's mad. Like when you think of those sort of concepts and stuff, is that you can go heavily influenced.
Yeah.
You know, oh no, this is heavily influenced by someplace, or in most cases, back then it was just immediately stolen. So it's
Yeah.
just like that whole concept is absolute money spinner over there. I'm going to bring it over here.
so it's not a franchise whatsoever.
No, it was like well,
It
as
wasn't
far as I
connected
know.
at all. It was just
I don't think so.
some Irish fella was over there,
Yeah.
saw it and said, "Jeez, this would be great in Ireland."
Yeah.
And now there they are.
Yeah.
There they are now, still today.
Still to this day, going around
Yeah.
and doing the most outrageous, most expensive stuff you
Yeah,
could ever get.
I haven't set foot in there in a good while.
Yeah, but they
Eddie
were the
Rockets.
OGs of, and you see that's the thing. Like they literally started doing smash burgers, and that was a big thing compared to Ireland. So when most chippers and stuff like that, all of the burgers and stuff that you'd get from them are frozen. So you'd see them. They'd go in and they'd have a little freezer and they'd take out a frozen little puck. Hey,
Yeah,
and they'd just throw it onto the grill and flip it a few times. It's cooked and grand.
yeah,
With Eddie Rockets was that they were the ones that did original like balls of meat and smashed it down and did that stuff, and that was definitely well in the 90s. And then what happened then was is you have like certain places that would go, oh no, we were the first restaurant to do smash burgers in Dublin City, and you're kind of going, Eddie Rockets actually did it at the start, but they did it because Johnny Rockets did it, and that's where
Yeah.
the hamburgers were made and all that kind of crap.
Mm.
Like, I'm a little bit passionate about it.
I know, I can tell. It's great.
But like when you get into kind of the reasoning behind it and stuff like that, it is very interesting.
Yeah.
You know, with that kind of.
And I see. You opted for a water there with your food. Would that be regular? I this is my first can of pop of 2026.
Oh,
Yeah, I went mental on the Coke Zero towards the back end of last year. So I kind of just not mental. I was I don't know. I suppose they're a bit of an emotional crutch.
Oh, big time.
You know. So
Yeah.
and they were supposed to give me light Pepsi here, but they're after giving me full Pepsi.
No,
I'm not complaining.
Oh. And some random facts about Pepsi. So, Pepsi in America did this thing where when Coke was initially released, if Coke was sold for, say, 1 liter was like $5. How Pepsi did their marketing and how they kind of wanted to break into the cola market was that they do 2 liters for $2.50.
Oh,
So that was like one of the big things, and they were heavily marketing focused. So with Pepsi, you can kind of talk about, you'll see the ads and you have Messi on the ads and all that stuff. But like the reason why Michael Jackson got all of his like facial injuries and the burns and stuff like that was because of a Pepsi advert. So a Pepsi advert, like basically when he was in the middle of doing the recording, he went on fire. And that was the thing, and it was to do with Pepsi, and he got all his
Jesus.
money. Like, yeah. And that was like one of the catalysts of him kind of having to get plastic surgery and doing all that as well.
turning white.
Yeah, no, but yeah,
Is that-
pretty much, yeah. But on the flip
Jeez.
side to it, so then they went, "Ugh, we can't really do these marketing videos anymore. So what are we going to do instead? Well, they were pumping hundreds of millions into like doing these videos and getting celebrities and
Yeah.
doing all that stuff. And they're like, all right, well, we can't do that anymore because it was such a disaster with the Michael Jackson thing. So what they then did is they just started buying restaurants.
Yeah.
So when you go to the likes of KFC, the reason why they don't sell Coke there is because it's actually owned by Pepsi.
Ah.
So when you go in and you see like only Pepsi products
Yeah.
in certain like restaurants and stuff like that,
McCarty's.
well, you
There
see,
was no
this is
Coke
the
in
thing.
there.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. So they'll go, actually, we'll give you X amount of money if you only sell this, or we'll give you a cheaper rate if you own. So if you only sell Pepsi, actually, instead of giving you the cans for 25 cents or whatever, or where we'd usually sell them at 50 cents a can, we'll sell them to you for 25 cents, but you can't sell Coke.
Oh, so they undercut them and then got the exclusive
Yeah.
rights.
And that was the thing, like even with the Greyhound. I don't know if you can remember years ago in the Greyhound, where they had this thing where they said, if you don't sell Diageo products, we'll give you all the cakes for half price. So everyone went in and they're like, Carling?
Yeah.
Like,
It was Staropram.
Staropram.
Oh.
And then you kind of go in and you're like, oh, Staropram, never heard that before.
Yeah.
And then the barman would be like, you need to stick lime in it.
Yeah.
What?
yeah.
You're like, I have to
So
put
that's
lime.
what happened there.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Pepsi approach.
Yeah, so they went
Wow.
out and they went out to all of these pubs, and not only did they go, right, we'll give you X amount of kegs at this price, but they also were giving them like briefcases full of cash. So it was like, we'll give you 30 grand.
Yeah.
You have to sign up to a contract for 12 months saying that you'll take in X amount of kegs for at this rate, and then you can go from there. And
Okay.
like they're kind of like the shady business deals
Yes.
that were happening,
Yeah.
like throughout Ireland at the time, like, and where have they all gone now?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah, crazy stuff.
Probably to the ghost kitchens.
But see, this is it.
The
Like,
ghost takeaways.
like if you turn around and like how they franchise that out is they just go, you just give me a set fee.
Yeah.
So there's other places as well. Like I don't know if you've seen over in Tala, there's Priory Market. So basically what that is, it's the same sort of the initial concept of having multiple vendors in one location, but the way they did it in a business aspect of it was they just take a cut of your percentage. So they take a 20% cut of all of the revenue that's made in each thing,
Okay.
and then that's what you would pay towards being in that location.
Ah, right.
So
Interesting.
like that's the thing, and but it also works the same. So at festivals in Ireland, they go, right, if you come in, usually they at the start, like years and years ago, they'd go, right, if you want a plot at Electric Picnic, it's 20 grand. And once you pay I mean, it's the 20 grand up front and blah 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 blah, and you could make 100,000 because
So this is 20 grand for a full 3 day stint
yeah,
for a burger van, say, electric
yeah,
picnic.
and it's mad money.
And 20 grand is,
Yeah.
and would they get hooked up with electricity for
Yeah,
that?
so you
So
get
it's all included.
yeah,
Get a
yeah,
little
yeah.
plot.
You get your plot, you get your electricity, and you get running water and the toilet.
Right.
Well, or access to
Yes.
shitting in a fucking bin.
Yeah,
But, like, you get that part. But what they've done now is they've done this model, and it's something that happens all throughout every aspect. So it's delivery, Uber Eats, Just Eat, is that every transaction that's made now, they take a cut. And then every transaction that's done, and then they take an overall percentage. So every transaction you're paying, every product that you sell, they take a little smidge.
Yeah.
So you go do that, and
Chip.
then
They take a chip.
here's one there, just there.
Yeah.
But like they do that, but then the other thing is that so when they take all of that, instead of paying 20 grand up front, they then say, actually, if you have a really bad 3 days, we'll just take the 20%. But that could be 20% of 150 grand, or like that's the limbo, or that's the kind of the things that they're pressuring people to do.
So now, I don't know if you said this, but is the initial fee, now there's no initial fee?
No.
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 You just have to comply with all the regulations and health and safety and all that stuff.
But it comes in swings and roundabouts in one sense. So they would say like All Together Now Festival,
Yeah.
they're like, oh no, we're very sustainable focus and stuff. You're not allowed plastic bottles. Everything has to be sold in cans. And you go, okay, fair enough. Except they would have the likes of Kneecap headlining,
Yeah.
and they're going to have extortionate amounts of ecstasy there at the
Yeah.
same time. And you're going to go, and what's the one thing that you should be giving to people if they're on ecstasy? Water.
Yeah.
Yeah, how hard is it to get a can of water?
Yeah.
And you're going to go, all right, and you're selling that at the same price as a can of Coke. People are going, I'm going to get 300 mils of water for $3.50. And
Yeah.
you're like, uh-oh.
And then people probably won't want to eat much as well
No,
on the ecstasy.
you see, this is it.
Yeah.
And then you're going to go,
Eating the jaws off themselves.
that's the thing. It's like, yeah, this event is sponsored by Wrigley's or
Yeah.
Extra. And you're like, why is that? And you're like, why is a chewing gum company going in and like sponsoring all this stuff?
Exactly,
It's
yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
there you, like that was a big thing for me. Like when I went to Ibiza for the first time, and I don't know if you've ever been to Ibiza.
No.
So like with those clubs and stuff like that over there, they actually run, or hot water comes through the tap, so you can't drink it. So then when you go to get a bottle of water, it's a thimble size for like €15.
Oh, lovely.
And you go, all right, yeah, cool. But if you go to then like one to get the water, but if you were to actually go and to just buy any sort of alcohol or stuff, you're like, why do they have Vicks Vapor Rub here?
Yeah.
What? And then it's like, why is there such like an array of chewing gums?
Yeah.
Like there's like it's like there's Hubba Bubbas, there's all this kind of stuff,
Yeah.
and then like all the different flavors, and I'm like, that's a bit mad. And I was just so clueless about it. I was like, da 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 da. Oh, there's Tiesto, that's great. But like everything had such a markup, and there was just like all these kind of things where you'd never in a million years, if you're so innocent about it,
Yeah.
you go, oh,
Mm.
people here really like fresh bread.
Here's a random fact for you. In Orlando Airport, they don't sell any chewing gum. Mm.
What's that?
I don't know. Don't know.
That is very strange.
Lack of ecstasy?
Probably.
I'm not sure.
But yeah, what I've noticed, like especially when you kind of go through and from, and you're on like with flights and stuff like that, especially if you're doing a good bit of traveling, like you're not allowed to have Kinder Surprises in America. You're not allowed to have so if you know the thing with the little toy in it,
Yeah.
yeah, you're not allowed to have concealed toys in thing.
You could have drugs in it, could you?
Well, I don't know what you could have in it, but
Chocolate is my drug.
but like that's the thing. So if you go to if you go fly in and the TSA guys, they see that you've like Kinder Surprises with the
Yeah.
little toys and stuff, and immediately taken off, and they probably like stop your visa, do all that stuff. Like it's properly classed as contraband,
Jesus.
like,
Interesting.
which is crazy. But The other flip side to it is that if you get it in, I think they're like £1,000. So
Yeah.
like, it's something that we can get here for €2.
Yeah.
It's like sold over there for
It's
crazy.
good chocolate though, isn't it? The way they mix the white and the dark like that. It's just so inclusive. And tasty. I know. It is though. It's that the way they on a Kinder Surprise egg. I don't know any other chocolate that does it like that.
No.
Where they're able to have it just both at once. It's amazing.
And the egg itself, like the randomly talking about.
I got all excited there talking about it.
Oh Jesus! But it's yellow, so it looks like a yolk. So it's the yolk of the egg. So
Oh, the little.
that's the.
It looks like a little capsule.
Yeah,
doesn't it? It does
but
actually.
that's the thing. So it's supposed to be the yolk of
Yeah.
a boiled egg.
Yeah. The overall verdict on the wrap is
Like they're good wraps. I think the start of the wrap is, as you said, it's not great. It's a lot of dough, but
you'd be glad of getting the drink with it.
yeah. So like I would.
Keep the whistle wet.
Yeah, I definitely pay the extra £2 or whatever and get the pucks, a drink, and the wrap
Yeah.
to go. Like.
We'll do the pucks now a bit more holistically.
Yeah, we can do that with more.
They horse that into me.
Yeah,
Would you-
you
would you-
absolutely
Would
nailed
you
it.
savour the field like that? Usually?
No,
No.
and
You're
like,
being polite, are you?
I'm trying my best. Like, I'm usually like Homer Simpson. Like, this guy fucking
Yeah.
eats like a duck.
When I'm in a restaurant, right, and especially it really affected me in I was in Bambino's one night
Yeah.
after a gig. It's kind of close to where you do the comedy in general. It's a good place to grab a slice of pizza after
Yeah.
a gig. I remember going in there one night. I think I'd had 1 pint of Guinness.
Yeah.
And I went in and there was just so many bits of pizza lying around.
Yeah.
And I was just like, if no one else was in here now, I'd be eating all that.
Yeah.
I'd just be doing the periphery. I wouldn't even buy a new slice.
No.
I'd eat all the leftovers.
No. That was.
I generally would eat other people's leftovers if there was no one watching.
No. There was a thing. So with Bambinos and stuff, it's a bit frowned upon. But I remember like my first like nights out in town, having only whatever €50 to do your taxi home, a bit of food,
Yeah.
however many beers, all this kind of stuff. And I'm sure back in my day you could do that. you could go out with £50 and come home with change.
Yeah.
But I remember like, and this is bad, where I remember just going up and asking for a fork at Charlie's. You know the Chinese restaurant,
Yeah.
Charlie's, and it was like, oh, sorry there, can I get a fork, please? And they're like, yeah, grand. And then afterwards, it was just like all the lads, they all, oh jeez, I couldn't finish that now. Can you not? Yeah.
Yeah, lovely.
There's a little tip if you're out with, like, that's the thing, if you're out with your mates and stuff like that, and you know that they're picky eaters and stuff. It's like, yeah, I'll just have the water. Then go in,
Absolutely.
ask for a fork. and
That's a
just
top
go.
tip.
Yeah. Well, like, they're the kind of things that you kind of have to do now. I wouldn't go as far as, well, I think I did on that night. I definitely went, is that them barbecue ribs over there? Is it? It's like,
Yeah.
one or two left there. What's the story? I know. He looks fairly clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sit beside the skinny fella.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right, let's get into these
Right.
pucks.
So the pucks themselves, they're
I'm at, look, I couldn't even wait. Look.
he's just fucking Jaffa caking the shit out of it.
Okay, yeah.
But these used to be about this size, and they were flatter, and they used to just be drenched in salt and vinegar. Now they're kind of more of like a hash brown kind of thing. It used to be more of a solid. So it used to be solid, thick, one-piece slice, and these are just grated, mashed together, and then fried.
Yeah, are you referring to how they used to be as potato cakes?
Yeah, so potato cakes was they were the original ones, but they were always done in, so you'd get a huge big potato and you'd slice it into sections, and then it'd be battered. So it'd be kind of like, you'd kind of parboil it first, and then you'd use, as we said before, it was like the battered sausage batter dipped and then cooked that way. This is more of like a hash brown, but
It
like
is.
they're decent.
Yeah. Pretending like it's my first bite. Oh, I like them with the salt and vinegar.
Bit of a game changer, like.
It's a circular hash brown, isn't it?
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah. You wouldn't throw it out of bed for eating a pack of crisps.
Absolutely not. Are you gonna eat all that?
You go. My
You get four in the pack. A generous generous offering.
No, it was good. What I was going to do when we were going up was going to do the battered sausage test. I don't know if you've ever heard of the battered
No.
sausage test. So years ago, you used to be walking home after a skin full of pints and you go, ah, sure, I'll go in there and I'll get a battered sausage like an adult lolly on the way home. You know, you do
Yeah.
that after a few pints. But what used to happen is that you'd ask for your battered sausage and they throw in an extra few chips.
Ah,
You get, throw your man a few chips there. You can grow up big and strong. But because they've introduced all of the touch screens and stuff, and you can
mm,
order in and you can do all of that, they've kind of refrained from giving you the extra couple of chips,
yeah,
especially in Dublin. Like, so
yeah.
that's my thing now is the videos and stuff that I want to do is the batter sausage test is to go on your mental health walk and you go in and you try and
Mm.
oh yeah I'm all good and all my anxieties are gone and I'm walking home with a battered sausage going, oh, this is lovely. But they throw to see if they throw in a couple of sneaky chips, like,
This is one of the things I had written in my list here.
oh yeah,
I was I've been thinking about this for a while as well. It
just
is
tossing and turning in beds.
mm, are the days of will you throw in a few chips over now?
Yeah,
Do you think it's over? Because
it's
I remember because there's a thing now about and I don't think people used to do this as much, but now people you give them an inch and they take a mile.
yeah,
Like I'll even say about my own dad, for example, and I thought it was a great idea, but when I think about it, I feel a bit guilty. Is that it got to a point where they would always throw in a few chips. I
yeah.
live 50 meters from McCarry's there, you know what I mean? And they
If
would.
I was 50 meters from Macari's, man, you'd have to roll me.
Yeah.
It would be like fucking. You'd wake up in the
Yeah.
morning and it'd be like Indiana Jones. Oh, Kev's awake, and you just have to
Yeah.
roll me through
Yeah.
places.
Yeah.
Like,
Like a big battered sausage.
yeah, 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 yeah,
But it got to the point where, like, instead of getting fish and chips, my dad would be like, I'll just get the fish
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
just expect them to throw in the chips. And I
Yeah.
think that's a bit too far. You can't. I think the battered sausage test is a good one because it's
Yeah.
something where, like, why wouldn't they throw in a few chips? I think it kind of benefits them as well to get rid of a few
Well,
chips.
you see, this is
Maybe.
it. Like, what's happening now is that they're so expensive, and once they're cooked, you can like a lot of restaurants and places they kind of go, oh no, it's triple cooked chips. Like how many times can you cook the
Mm.
same chip before it just turns into dust, tastes of shy or whatever? So there are that kind of stuff.
What
Like
does triple cooked mean?
so,
Is that blanching it and then?
yeah. So what you do like there's it's a Belgian. Well, for me, the only times where I've ever really gotten it is kind of triple cooked chips is that they're cooked at different temperatures in the fryer. So it's initially kind of parboiled, so they're soft, and then they're cooked in say 140 degrees
Mm.
for 2 minutes, and then taken out, rested for a second, and then finally cooked then
Yeah.
in like 180, and then seasoned and stuff like that. But there's certain aspects of it is that you have to pick the right type of potato and all that kind of crack. But yeah, generally, like it's you do it 3 times
Mm.
and do that. One big thing that a lot of the people that when I do videos and stuff, I actually don't like crispy chips. I'm not like, and my big kind of where people go, "Ugh, that's disgusting." I love the fucking soggy chip that's in McDonald's. You know, where you get the
Oh,
one deflated little disgusting chip. Like I like
do
that.
you feel sorry for it or something? Or?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, fucking. It's like, give me a fistful of those jokes any day.
Yeah.
But you know the ones that you can use as like little swords and shit like that. Like they're not my buzz
Mm.
at all. Like,
Yeah, the crispy bits,
yeah, yeah.
as you would say.
Well, that's the thing. And to get into it, funnily enough, before the big boom in Ireland, I was an apprentice electrician, and now I can't say I was whatever I was doing the work, but my main job as first year apprentice electrician was I was to go to the get the lunch, do the rolls, do all that kind of shit, and lift the boxes in and out.
Yeah.
More of a labourer than anything else.
Yeah.
But we were working in town on Dame Street there at Christchurch. All the lads turn around to me and they go, like, oh, we're right beside Burdock's. Burdock's is just there. Like, the fuck? Oh, right, right. So we're all going to go and we're all going to get chipper and it's going to be amazing. It's like, fucking, yeah, sounds good, lads. Yeah, no bother. And you're like, right. And so I go, right, and I go take Dave's order and Jerry's order and do all this stuff. Yeah, sound. And beside each one, they said, with crispy bits. And with crispy bits. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, don't forget the crispy bits and don't forget the stuff. And I was like, yeah, lads, fuck it. I'm not going in and I'm asking these lads for crispy bits. Just fuck off. Like, And I go to the spot and I go, yeah, and I put in all the orders and all the stuff. And I go, yeah, happy days. And I go and I have me two big bags. I go back down to the lads lunchtime and they open up their fish and chips. They're like, oh, Burdocks for lunch, this is great. Where's the crispy bits? I went, what? He goes, you didn't. They're the best bits. You didn't ask me for the crispy bits. I was like, I thought it was like a long stand. Go out and get the
Oh, you thought it was a joke?
I thought it was like get the bubble in the spirit level, or like get me the skirting board ladder, this kind of crack. And the four lads that were there, and it was four men right down to like other apprentices. They're, you fucking go back there to Burdocks and you tell them to put crispy bits in. And I went up and I said it to the guy who was doing it, and he goes, I knew you'd be back.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And he goes, one, I saw you come in your Snickers, and he goes, two, there's not a bit of dirt on them. There's not a bit of anything on them. Yeah. He goes, this is your first rodeo. And he goes, three, he goes, as soon as I saw that and you didn't order them, he goes, I have them ready for you. There you go, son.
Yeah.
Throw them into the stuff. Like, I don't think you get that level of kind of like hospitality now, because that would have been like back in.
Yeah, I think it's hospitality, and it's the human touch, like the personal touch.
Yeah.
It's probably gone out of it a bit since online ordering and deliveries.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not so much with deliveries. Deliveries were always a thing, weren't they? Takeaway deliveries.
Kind of. The aspect that was taken away is you're ringing up the Chinese and you go, hey, can I get but that's the thing, like there was no such thing as foreign ones. So you'd go in and I was like, can I get a curry sauce, rice or fried onions, or and a bit of chicken, and you were making your own foreign ones at home. The big thing that I think the reason why the likes of Just Eat and Uber Eats and Deliveroo, they kind of took off was they took the human aspect out of it. But I reckon there was just so many people that when they were putting in the orders that they were saying love you to the Chinese. They go, oh, I love you, but oh no, and then feeling that they could never ring back ever again. They're like so embarrassed. And then this app came out.
Do you mean that people saying love you, boy?
I've done it so many times.
Is there automatic way of saying goodbye?
Yeah, but then you go, oh, I love you. Oh no, this isn't the missus.
I never even thought of that. I think that says more about me.
Yeah. It's like, don't love any of you people.
No one to say it to.
Oh well.
I probably would be the Chinese though, or the chipper that I'd say it to.
Every time, like,
so have you said love you bye to takeaways?
Oh, every time, yeah. What? Yeah, every time. And then like I ring back up and they're like, hi Kevin, and I'm like, oh fuck, what?
Yeah.
Oh shit. But yeah, like that was the.
Oh right, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, oh, big time.
None of my family says that.
Yeah, well, I suppose that you do love them considering it's just there.
Yeah. Oh, I do, but it's never love you bye. I didn't even know that was a common way for people to say goodbye.
And they say that, oh yeah, love you bye. And
saying it to a chipper though, or a Chinese. Jesus
and
Christ.
then I think that's where the likes of Just Eat and all were like, here we go.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, and what's kind of killing the food and the restaurant industry is that when you so say you're a restaurant and you go in and you go, right, I'm selling chips and I'm selling burgers and whatever, every single item that you put on, they take a cut. So Just Eat take a cut.
Right.
And then when it comes down to the actual like person buying it, there's a service fee.
Yeah.
And then there's a delivery fee. So like recently I was like, right, I'm gonna get it was a dinner box, so it was like 2 pieces of chicken, a few chips, and I said 2 pieces of chicken, and you never know because it's always a gamble. So you could get a leg or you could get a breast or whatever. So I'm probably still going to be a bit hungry after that. So I was like, I'll throw in 5 chicken tenders as well. So I'm guaranteed I'm going to be full afterwards.
Yeah.
And when I went to like do the delivery, it came up at nearly €40, like for a dinner box, chicken tenders. Like 2 items. There was no drink.
From a chipper?
Yeah.
Right.
But it was because I was booking it on Just Eat. So then I was like, if I went into the actual shop and did that, it'd be less than half the price. You get the two of them for 20 quid. So there's a markup between what the restaurants themselves have to mark up by, and then there's the service fees and all the stuff. You're paying nearly double. For
just by ordering through Just Eat.
Yeah.
For delivery.
Yeah.
Jesus
for delivery.
Christ.
And then what makes it really bad then is that when you kind of go, I'm ordering something and you'd see, say, like it used to be delivery fee £2. And what would happen was is you go, oh yeah, it's €32.
Mm.
You give your man 35. You say here, keep the change
Yeah.
as a tip, or that kind of stuff. Like that's dead in the war. Like that's gone now. Like there's no
The-
tipping. There's none of that.
The cash tip on top of the
Yeah.
delivery fee.
Yeah, that's dead. Like,
Yeah.
it's all gone. And that was one thing that I wanted to kind of enforce was that, or to be like, considering the Irish government aren't doing anything for anybody, I was like, do you know, I think I might do a little petition to say it has to be mandatory for you to be able to, on the app, just tip someone. So if they're coming out, some poor lad and the lashes are in on his bike,
Yeah.
comes out to you, you go, shit, I've no change in me, mate. I'm real sorry. Actually, on the app, I can go, there's an extra €2 or round it up
Yeah.
for them. Because they let you round it up for charities and stuff like that. But I'm not saying not to do that for charities, but I would much prefer, like the poor lad, if it's in the lashings or rain or whatever, and you don't want to go outside, but it's the guy's job to cycle up to you on his poor little push bike to get the stuff. I'd rather give him immediately
And
£2.
I think even just to know how much of the delivery fee is going to the driver, and then to have the option of knowing what that is, and then to add to it for the driver or the delivery person. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a great idea. Would you start a petition for that?
Yeah, I think I might. Yeah, I might go to get suit and boots. Sit here.
Yeah.
Like, right, let's go.
You'd be doing well to get a suit this slick.
It's the shirt that gets made up. That's
Yeah.
sexy. Sexy
Yeah.
man.
Well, yeah, this was I've talked about this on the podcast before, but yeah, I actually got this for a girl I went on one date with, and it was her birthday coming up. She was a big fan of Jaws,
No way.
and I got her this, and it was, looking back now, I never got the chance to give it to her. There was never a second date, but the fact that it kind of fits me, sort of, means it definitely wouldn't have fit her. It wouldn't have fit her. It would have been too big for her. So yeah.
I thought you were going to say too small.
And that was a different girl.
Oh, not fair enough.
Oh yeah. Okay, we've eaten our potato pucks now. We've cleared off the table. Potato
As
pucks.
you can hear it in our voice, we're like, oh, jeez.
Yeah. Oh, we're a lot happier now. We were hungry.
That's what I was going to say. There is something a little bit motivational, considering we've just had a chipper and looking at all of your exercise equipment.
Yeah.
I feel it's kind of mocking us a little bit. You're like,
So yeah, in the half of the studio you can't see here. There's a rowing machine. There's a ski erg. There's an exercise bike. There's a deadlift trap bar. All stuff. This used to be just a small little gym, but
Yeah.
then the podcast just took over,
yeah.
and then this suit jacket didn't fit me anymore.
There's nothing worse. Oh man.
It never fit me.
Yeah.
Well, apologies for any chewing noises or anything in the first half there, or the first part of the podcast, but that's the nature.
Yeah, I'm not one bit sorry.
We have to eat. Yeah, actually, I'm not sorry. I'm not cutting this out either.
And the retention just goes.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
But there is a thing, like, there are people that, especially from like doing the videos and doing all this stuff, is that you can see what people like. Yeah, as in, for me, if I was to tell anybody to go, oh no, I'm going to be someone that does videos and does food or whatever, especially in Ireland, I could write you a manual right now and be like, this is how you can go viral in Ireland about food. And all you have to do, and it's very, very straightforward. First thing on a Sunday is go and do a review of a carvery. And after that, then your midnight, it's like 9:30, 10 o'clock, just get Chinese on Sunday. And then that's it. That's literally your bread and butter if you want to get Irish people to follow you, because
Right.
everyone and their auntie has an opinion. Yeah. Everyone and their auntie
Chinese.
has an opinion.
11 p.m.
Yeah.
Carvery.
Yeah.
That's how I get followers.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like you can see it. You can physically see in Ireland where people are hungover. So like the main people that kind of follow me, which I was very surprised by, is actually personal trainers.
Wow.
So they're all PTs, and it's just lads that like are on either set diets or stuff like that, and you can see them like liking videos and stuff, and like it's enough for me to kind of go, oh, there's a nutritionist, there's three PTs, there's a bodybuilder, and then there's Karen who's hungover. She's like, you know.
And what is that? Is that like, are they looking at the food going, oh geez, I'd love that now?
Yeah. No, big time.
Whether they're hungover or a fitness instructor, it's still the same desire for the food.
Yeah. And what will happen is that like I would do a video or I post up something, and I could do something, and say if it's like cutting season for bodybuilders or whatever, and I post it up, they'll see it, they'll like, favorite it, and like, or save it, and then they'd go do their competition and do whatever, and then the following day they'd post up and go, oh, I saw this on such and such's page, and it'd be like a big steak, or it'd be like big bag of chips or a spice bag or something, and it's like, I've been waiting for this for 3 months, like, and then he goes, or most would be like, it's a bit shite now, isn't it? Because it's, you know, this kind of stuff is like,
they'd be disappointed.
But you kind of make like, so what happens is the majority of the places in Ireland is that when a restaurant, like, that's why I don't review restaurants when they first open anymore. It's like, that's like one thing that I don't do. Mainly because for the hospitality staff, they kind of want everything to be perfect. But if you go in and you review it on the first night, they're actually all either purely exhausted from trying to get it to opening night, and not only that, I don't think it's like a true representation of what you're going to get.
Okay.
So when I was doing like my reviews and stuff, and it happens to a good few guys. Like, I know I interviewed a guy called George Motes, and his thing is that he was like the smash burger guy. So he went around and he said something like 50,000 burgers. Like, he's reviewed that many burgers, wrote 2 books on it, and people know him now.
Yeah.
So when he walks in, they go, no. We're gonna make sure it's absolutely perfect and stuff like that. So he has to send in runners to go and get the food, get the stuff. So
get
it's
the
like
true representation.
Yeah. And then same thing with the there's another guy on Barstool, Dave Portnoy. So
the pizza slice reviews.
Pizza slice thing. So like, he would go in and get a runner to go in and buy the pizza, and then he'd hand it to him.
Wow.
And then he'd do that because they'd either...
Good idea.
Well, see, this is it. Like, you're doing that.
If I was a runner, there'd be nothing left when they get it.
Oh, stop. Like, it's a huge thing, like, especially with the way like money and payment is for, say, the likes of like Deliveroo and Uber Eats guys. There's guys that, and you can see it, where if you order something and they like it, the order just goes missing, or it falls off the bag, it falls out of the bag, or it does something like that.
Yeah.
And there's I've seen videos of lads like takeaway men or whatever, not me personally, but they go, hey, I've been waiting 50 minutes for me food, where is it? And they'd send them a picture of them eating it in a park, going, yeah, you're not getting your food, this was like, it's mine now.
Jesus.
Yeah.
They get their money back though.
Well, you see, that's the next sort of scam thing. So what happens then is that it was a big thing in Australia, where when you order Uber Eats or any of that stuff, you go get it, and the guy be, oh, thanks very much, and yeah, that's great, and you could just say, no, the food didn't come, and you write a thing, and it was all automated. So you go, no, driver didn't arrive, such and such didn't happen, blah 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 blah. Request a refund, and you'd request a refund, and you'd get your $60 back of all the food and stuff. And what was happening is that people figured out that they could do it 4 times in a row. So if they do it 4 times, and then it actually, oh no, this person is just scamming the system or whatever. And what was happening then was they how Uber tried to fix that or how they would recoup the cash was that they'd take it away from the driver's wages.
Oh wow.
So this lad is, after doing all his hard work, getting it there to you in 20 minutes or whatever, and oh, thanks very much, yeah, that's great, go off, 9 times out of 10 not get a tip, and then 20 minutes later say food didn't arrive, and then that money was taken directly out of their pay for that day.
Jeez, that's rough, isn't it?
Yeah, like super dodge.
Yeah.
And so like those things started happening, and like I know people, especially like backpackers in Australia, like that was their thing.
Yeah.
They would create fake accounts, they would do that, and they go, oh no, Dan, how many numbers are you? Oh, you're on 3 one, right? So I'll do the next one, and they'd go and they'd make an email address, and they'd do all of that stuff, and they'd like, just so they could get 4.
Yeah, no wonder they had to leave their country.
Yeah,
know what I mean?
but this is it. But
backpackers are dirty, man. No, that sounds like a major pejorative there.
Like,
But I lived in Australia for a couple of
Did
years,
you, yeah?
and there's a fine line between being a free spirit and being a dirty bastard. Right?
Oh, they're smelly fuckers.
It's a
Man.
fine line, like it's kind of
Yeah.
and that doing that kind of stuff, backpacking. It's a great adventure and everything, but like, yeah, it doesn't. What I'm saying is, it doesn't surprise me that they're
Oh yeah, no. It's
using that
just,
system.
like all that stuff. Once it's definitely exploited and
Yeah.
things like that. Like it's a
Now,
big.
what do you think of the UK takeaway scene? Do you have any favourites there, or any? You probably would have started around the same time as
Yeah.
the Rate My Takeaway, would you?
Yeah, so the likes of like all the Rate My Takeaway stuff, what we have going in Ireland compared to anywhere else, I'm not going to say Europe, but definitely compared to the likes of the big cities over in the UK, is that our quality of food is a million times better. And that was one of the main reasons why how the Takeaway Man thing kind of came about was I was at a gig in Birmingham. There was like this Indian restaurant, and I was like, no, if I'm traveling, I'm definitely not having a curry or anything like that because you know
Yeah.
yourself, the rumblies and the tumblies. So I was like, I'm not doing that. I was like, they do pizza. I was like, I could get pizza. And then it came with like these meal deal things. And it was a pizza, chicken wings, garlic bread, 2 drinks and stuff. So I'm here, my Ibis budget. It's like a little caravan like Father Ted. And I ordered this stuff and I was like, this, one, it was extortionately priced. It was something like, to get it delivered, and it was something, at the time, it was like £30, which would be nearly like €50. But
Yeah.
there was nowhere else. Gigs finished. And you probably find that yourself if you've been traveling around or doing gigs in Edinburgh and stuff like that. Is that once there's nowhere open, you kind of, your last resort is to pay extortionate amounts of money, and 9 times out of 10 in those places it's disgusting food.
Yeah, but you tolerate it because you have a few points on you.
But see, this is this.
Yeah.
You have a few pints, or you're kind of stuck. There's nowhere else to go. But what happened with me was I left such a bad review. Like I was like, this is fucking disgusting, and the wings were greasy, and blah, 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 and I like went through it, and I was like, blah blah blah. And then out of nowhere, my phone started ringing. I was like, what? And it was the owner of the place at like 3 o'clock in the morning ringing me up, going,
And what time had you left the review at?
about 10 minutes beforehand.
10 minutes before? And what happened?
Your man rings me up and he's like, what are you doing? I was like, this food was dirt, like completely inedible. I said, like, it was actually, it was so bad that I physically, as I was eating it, I felt like I was going to puke. And I said, it was vile, like the worst thing ever. And he's like, oh, I'll send you out more food. I was like, there's no point, because half of it is definitely, I'm going to see in a couple of minutes anyway. And the other half is in the bin, and the smell of it and everything, I was like, oh no, this is disgusting. And then that slowly kind of, like, that's what kind of started it.
Yeah.
Because if you're going out and you're spending that much money on that kind of food, and that's what's happening slowly in Ireland, as in people are figuring out that they can buy all the frozen shit, they can just deep fry it, throw it into a box, charge whatever they want,
Yeah.
and start making bank from it, like, you know. And like, that's where our scene is kind of getting very similar but also completely opposite at the same time, because you'll have other restaurants where you're like, it's a good, like food trucks and stuff like that, like independent food trucks in Ireland, huge big thing. And what was happening where you go, I'd have street food in Thailand and it'd be €2 or €3, and you'd think that you'd go, oh yeah, no, I could have pretty much the same sort of stuff over here because it's not like a brick and mortar place, and you're paying restaurant prices for this, and then you're kind of going, oh, and they're like, oh no, I'm so hard done by, and this, and you're like, all right, yeah, cool. And then you're like, hold on a minute, this lad's after opening up 5 of them. There's like 5 of these things that are open. So I was like, is it hard done by, or like there's definitely a clash in heads with that kind of stuff. But it definitely, like, scene wise, I think if I was to compare, like, say Dublin or anywhere else, like, I would 100% drive to Belfast for takeaway food than have takeaway food in Dublin.
Oh, would you say Belfast is the Mecca?
Belfast is fucking amazing.
Is it?
Oh man, everything that they
Right.
do there is just class.
Belfast food.
Yeah, like all the stuff, and it's unique, it's fresh, it's tasty. Because it's a different currency, you kind of feel like you're on holidays. You know, you kind of go up.
Yeah.
Like, it's 90 minutes from here, but
They have an accent you can't understand.
yeah, huh? What? Like, All
Foreign
right.
language, foreign currency.
Yeah. You're like, and the only thing that you know when you're doing that is when your phone changes from it's like Vodafone Ireland to Vodafone
Yeah.
UK, and you're like, all right, I'm up the north now.
Would that have been the best takeaway you've had from Belfast? But
Um,
now, when you say what are we talking here in Belfast, what have you got? Give us a few
but that's
examples.
like everything.
Is it just the general quality?
I think the general quality, the kind of uniqueness of it, they do kind of have certain aspects and things that like if Dublin had it here, it'd be the likes of a Bambino's, like
Queuing every night.
yeah, like just completely out the door, that kind of stuff. But it's just everything about like just having the food up there. I just think it's 10 times better than
Yeah.
Dublin. Um, Dublin at this stage is like you have the likes of say your burger places. So you have Bunsen, Dash, um, there's like the Rolling Stoves, like that. That's a food truck and stuff like that. And then you have kind of those places, and they're very kind of bespoke into Bambino's is American New York slices and stuff like that. But when you go up into Belfast, it's just like they have like the slices of pizza and stuff like that we have there, the same size as this table.
Right.
Like and it is kind of gimmicky in one sense, where it's like Ireland's biggest pizza, and you're like, no, it's not. And then you go and you get it, and you're like, actually, I have to turn it this way to get it
Yeah.
into this. But but it's like everything is fresh and it's really good. Where if you were to do that in Ireland or in Dublin, it'd be Mazzoni's that would
Mazzoni's
do
wagon
it.
wheel.
Yeah. And the next one up, then you get the mega wheel, and like the same again, like but you're getting these huge big pizzas, and it's just like you're eating it and you feel disgusting afterwards.
Yeah, it's quantity over quality.
Yeah. Where I find like there's pizza places up there like Flout Pizza in Belfast, which is amazing. Um, there's so many kind of just unique kind of things.
Yeah.
It's class.
I have to say, there's one burger place that was around here and they're gone now. I think they're gone somewhere else, but it's still called, I think it's Burgers Only. That was up by the 12th lock there.
Yeah.
And I used to every about once a month or so, I'd go up there and get myself a burger, and wow,
Yeah,
unbelievable.
savage. Yeah. He's in Mulhuddard now, so
Is he moved to Mulhuddard?
yeah. So there's the shops and
That is
shops in
so
Mulhuddard. Yeah,
so good.
yeah,
The
yeah.
quality of it.
Yeah. The thing is like those places are really good, but because unfortunately like it's just him in his van or in the trailer that he has. But he's getting booked out for all these corporate events. So what was
That's
happening?
right. That's what was happening. Yeah.
So what was happening is you kind of go right. It's the last Friday of the month. I'm after getting me monies. I'm gonna go get me burgers only. I'm the hip hop ready to go, and you spin down the van or whatever, and then you go, "Where's your man?"
Yeah.
And you go, "Here, what's the story? Where are you?" He's like, "I don't know, I'm catering for 400 people out
Yeah.
in Land Rover today or whatever
Yeah.
it is." And you're like, "All right, so can I come up?" And he's like, "No, it's a corporate event." Like, sound.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think like my favorite place, and I always talk about, um, and the reason behind it's my favorite and it's so good is that the chef there, his name is Jeremy. It's called La Cocina Cuevas. So, um, it's his grandmother's name, and they created this taco place. Now
Mexican?
yeah.
Yeah.
So he's from California, and his missus is from Null. So
Which is north near Ballymun.
yeah,
near the airport.
like up past the airport and stuff. How the whole thing came about was there was a really bougie restaurant on Camden Street called Frank's. It
Okay.
used to be a butcher place, and then they turned it into this really bougie wine bar, right? And they were like, "Oh, we're after getting this Californian chef to come in to cook Californian tacos, as in like proper, authentic, like the best of the best stuff." And when I went in, I was like, "Oh yeah, pint of Heineken, please." And they're like, "Oh, sorry, sir. This place is a wine establishment." I'm like, "What?"
Mm.
Like, "Oh, I'll just have a bottle then."
Yeah.
No, sir. Sorry, no, you have to drink wine. Well, I don't drink wine. It's not really my buzz. It's not my thing. And the guy, and this is like he wasn't a sommelier or whatever, any of that kind of stuff. But he goes, "Can you just tell me what kind of fruits do you like?" And I
Oh.
was like, "What?" And I was like, "Apples." He's like, "Okay, yeah, you like apples, and would you be more of like a zesty kind of thing? Would you like a kind of a bitter taste or more of a sweet taste and all that stuff?" And I was just like, "Yeah, I like that." He goes, "I know exactly what I'm going to get for you." would you have a budget on how much you pay for a glass of wine? And I was like, and I just go, same as a pint, so whatever. And you're like, absolutely no problem. Yeah, comes down, and he gives me this glass of wine, and I'm like, oh, that's tasty.
Yeah.
You know, oh, yeah. And it's actually, we're doing a pairing, so the wines come with the tacos and come with the stuff. And I'm like, all right. And he goes, would you like me to recommend the wines with each course?
Oh.
And I'm like, I've never done that.
He was
before.
grooming you.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, you fucking reeling me in, man.
Yeah.
So what I thought was, and it was the first time drinking wine, so I was like having these little glasses, little sipples. Towards the end, I've had like
Sipples.
little
That's a
tipple.
great word.
Yeah, actually,
Sipple.
little
We
sipple
love new
tipples.
words on this podcast.
So I was like little sips, and I was like, So then I went from little sips to shots. I went to that. Towards the end of it, it was an open plan thing. So the chef was cooking it, and he was plating it and handing the stuff to you. So I was hammered towards the end of it. My mate was with me. He's like, "You all right now?" I'm like, "Wow, this is the best thing ever." And he just turned around to me, and I was like, "When are you going back to California?" He's like, "I live in Dublin." I was like,
Wow.
So what do you mean you live in Dublin? He's like, "No, I have a food truck. It's based in Knoll, and I sell tacos and cubanos and all this kind of stuff out there to all the farmers and all that stuff. If you're ever out and about,
Wow.
just spin up to us and like I'll make you our like I can say now world famous kind of cubano sandwich." And I was like, "All right, yeah, cool, happy days." Long story short, go out to this guy, and he was just the nicest guy you'll ever meet in your entire life. And that was kind of the start of not necessarily the takeaway man, but definitely me kind of broadening palettes and going into bougie
Yeah.
kind of things. And he just started making me these like sandwiches, tacos, birria, consommes, all this kind of. And then that's where I went, oh no, it's getting.
What's birria?
So birria is like the meat that they use. So it's a slow cooked beef,
Okay.
and then the consomme then is the juices from that as a
Yeah.
soup. And what you do is like, he's taught me all of
I
this.
think you're passing it on there. I'm starting to get curious, man.
So and the thing
Watch
is,
your back take, man. I'm coming for you.
Oh,
No,
fucking take it.
I'm only joking.
Let's go. But so the consomme then is basically the soup or it's like a hearty broth that you would dip the taco into and then do that and then like drink the stuff. It'd have coriander, freshly chopped white onions, and the meat, and you dip it in and you eat it, and it's his one. Like, see, at the time, I can say it's the best that I've ever had.
Yeah.
Still to this day, it's absolutely amazing. I've tried to replicate it. I've tried to do that, and he's literally gone do X, Y, and Z. Cook it for this amount of time, and he goes, "That's how I do it. That's all you need to do, and it'll never taste the same." Like all this stuff, and I'm like sending him like videos, and he's like, "You're after making like a soup, like a meat soup thing," and he's like, "No, it's a broth. It should be watery. It shouldn't be like." And I'm, "Oh, okay." Yeah. And then I go back to the drawing board. Anyway, so he kind of that's when the reviews and all that stuff started
Yeah.
happening. But still to this day, like I would always say, go out to check this thing out. Check out this food truck.
Let's give it a good plug there.
Yes.
What's it called?
So it's La Cocina Cuevas. The chef there, his name is Jeremy. His wife's name is Laura. They have a new little kid. And that food truck where
It's in the Knoll.
yeah. So you have to like you drive to their farm, and it literally is in regards.
It's on their farm.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they have orchards. They cook like all the food and all the stuff is grown there. Now at the time he had to go to his prep kitchen and do all that and then bring it there.
Yeah.
So from then until now, it's gone back. It went from like a food truck to like super highly rated. You won't be able to get like a reservation for this place. They do tasting menus on Fridays and Saturdays. The whole sort of concept of it went from kind of like street food to like the best tasting food you'd ever had.
Right.
And there's things where like at the time I turned around to him, I was like, I don't eat fish. I'm not a fish guy and whatever. And he
Yeah.
goes, "Oh, have you ever had like a crab tostada, or have you ever had ceviche?" And also
Grooming you again.
like, and I went, "No, fuck off." Like,
You're not
Jeremy-
doing this again.
Yeah, I was like, "No, that's not my buzz. I don't need it." And he's literally gone, "Try it," and I go, "Oh my god!" And that's
And what was the thing that he gave you?
like for me, it was a crab tostada.
Crab tostada.
So a tostada then is it's a lightly fried like a little Mexican wrap, kind of like the same as 'Cause it would be the same as a taco, but because it's fried, it turns into like a crunch.
Oh,
So it's basically like having a giant Dorito, like a circular
my
Dorito,
God.
and then yeah, and then they put the fresh fish
starving
and all
again.
the stuff. Yeah, see, this is it. And they put the fresh fish and all the stuff on top of it. Like and the same with like the ceviche. Same again, like fresh fish
Yeah.
or like prawn. Like it was a prawn ceviche, and it's cooked then with the lemon sauce. So it's like lemon acid. So it's kind of like a sushi. But that, like these are all the things that he's taught me that I
Yeah.
then take it. I go and I do. This is fucking amazing. And he goes, well, that's the way we sell food, either in Mexico or in California. And then that's how the whole thing kind of came full
Yeah.
circle. Is that I was then traveling to say the likes of Thailand, Bali, Georgia, wherever, coming back to Ireland, and then seeing if I could find places that was at the same sort of quality and
Yeah.
level and stuff like that. And that
Right.
and that was generally the aspect of the takeaway.
Brilliant.
Man. To go kind of full circle.
No,
into what
great.
it was.
One question. What would you say is the worst food for heartburn?
For heartburn. You see in loads of places is that like it's like Gaviscon on tap now, so you can have like the little thing where you go and you can get a shot of Gaviscon.
You
and stuff.
serious?
Yeah. It's like all like
In Ireland?
all over, yeah, all over. Well, I
Oh,
think there's like one or two
Jesus.
places in Ireland now where like instead of ordering a shot, you can get like a Gaviscon thing, or they put it in the.
It's not Gavis. Is
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
is
yeah,
it like
yeah.
limoncello or
Yeah,
something?
well, no, that's it. No, it's literally they just screw the bottle of medicine
My
on the
God.
stuff for people our age that go, read that kebab there now, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh god.
I have to lie on my left tonight.
Yeah.
You know, if you lie on your left, it helps with.
Does it?
Yeah.
No way.
My sister told me that. She's a nurse.
Oh yeah.
If you lie on your left, just like lie on your left for 5 minutes tonight,
Yeah.
and then lie on your right,
Yeah.
and see the difference in how you
Oh.
feel. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Good for the heartburn.
Yeah.
Well, the best thing for the heartburn is to not eat things
But that's
late
yeah. It's to not
that
eat,
are
like,
really unhealthy.
yeah, like chicken wings that's doused in Frank's
Yeah.
hot sauce and all that kind
Yeah.
of crack. Yeah. Like that's the thing. Like
But what would you say if you had to pick one of the worst culprits for heartburn? What would it be? On the spot now, I'm putting you.
For me, it's ciders. If I drink cider,
Cider beer?
Yeah. Like if I have
Yeah, I can't go near them. You're right.
no, any sort of like fizzy
Yeah.
ciders and stuff like that.
Food wise,
Food wise, I'm not really a heartburn kind of like. My thing is, I eat so quick, I get mad indigestion, and I think I'll have a panic attack
Oh,
or
right.
have a heart attack and die.
yeah.
But what we did do is Nexium. That's like that's like the magic Nexium tablet. So if you know that you're gonna go out and eat something and it's gonna trigger it,
All right.
just you have a Nexium tablet.
There we go.
That's the
Another
thing.
top tip.
Yeah. Don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah.
But yeah, Nexium. That's
Nice.
an over the counter thing. So if you know
Alright.
you're going out and you're whatever, like
Or a shot of Gaviscon.
shot of Gaviscon or a line of it if you're
Yeah. If it's a Friday or Saturday.
yeah.
So I'll ask you two more things before we wrap up. The
Yeah.
first one is, so you've mentioned that the restaurant, the Mexican restaurant,
Yeah.
as far as a more accessible sort of takeaway one goes that you'd recommend, where people can just, no, maybe a food truck or
Yeah.
somewhere that's now still kind of out there and open, and you know,
Yeah.
not that you don't have to book or anything.
Oh yeah.
Where would you give for that?
So there's a place on Prussia Street called Cowtown that has a pizza place beside it, and then there's a burger place called Taboo Burger. So it's rustic pizza and then Taboo Burger. But I think it's Downey's is the pub. So you can go in, get a pint, and then out the back of that, you can actually sit there with a beer, and there's two food trucks.
Downey's
there.
in Cabra.
Yeah. So beside that, there's a
Jeez, you wouldn't get food in Downey's, would you?
yeah. Well, no, at the outside of it, there's actually two food trucks there.
Oh no, I think it's across the road from Downey's, isn't it?
The Tesco, is it?
It's opposite the Tesco.
Yeah, directly opposite the Tesco.
Oh, that thing. I think I saw that on
yeah.
your
So
TikTok.
that was the last one that I went to.
Oh,
Burgers were
nice little food market kind of buzz.
Yeah. So like them ones are decent.
And that's Cabra Road, isn't it?
Yeah. Hanlon's Corner. is
Hanlon's
the-
Corner.
So like
Oh,
there's
yeah.
that, but like what I've found is that it just all depends on kind of like the days or the times. So if you go in, like if you're ordering from a chipper or a Chinese or whatever on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, like there, everyone is ordering those days. So
Yeah.
in order for you to get the food in minutes, to get it as fresh as possible or whatever, I'd actually order during the week. So my Chinese order was actually on a Tuesday, like
Right.
I'd like, and it's weird now is because every Tuesday I'm kind of going, all right, what Chinese I'm gonna get.
Hmm.
So I'd get it on a Tuesday rather at the thing because it's 9 times out of 10 because they're so busy, it's just thrown together.
And the guy, the manager of the chipper up the road there of McCarry's, told me that.
Yeah,
He tells me the chips are different quality
yeah,
on busier times.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
They're better when it's less busy.
Yeah, yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
they're not just hoovering them in.
So that, like that's the thing. So what I would always recommend, it's not necessarily like a specific place, but if you were to order takeaways, um, for me, I very very rarely order like Neapolitan style pizzas delivered. I never do it. There's no point. Um, because if you're doing it, you're just throwing them back in the oven anyway, because they're going to be freezing. If it takes 60 seconds to cook, it's going to take probably half that amount of time for it to go cold
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. So like there's certain things that I would order over other things. So your distance, you make sure your distance is as low as possible, as quick as possible, and then so yeah, you make sure your distance
Top
is
tips here,
yeah
folks.
is as low as possible, and then you would order things like the likes of say like Indian would be the most ordered like restaurant style
Yeah.
or cuisine in Ireland is Indian and Chinese, and then they're going to chippers and pizzas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the reason behind that is because a lot of the food, because it's done in like curry sauce and stuff like that, is it stays hot and it doesn't alter the taste.
Uh huh.
So if you were to order say a pizza, if it goes cold, or even say the likes of those wraps, once it goes cold, 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be the same sort of taste or quality
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
that's what makes it really tough.
Yeah. So some foods are more designed than others to be delivered to a house,
Yeah, yeah.
basically.
But the other thing as well is that in Blanche, and this is another thing, is that the drone deliveries.
Yeah.
So with the drone deliveries now, they're saying that like you could order say the likes of the pizzas there or a boujum or whatever, you can get that to your house and they're saying like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh.
I hate drones.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna
Hate
say,
it.
do you want to
Hate
order
it.
one here?
No, I would. I'll fucking shoot it.
No way.
Yeah. It's
There's
something
lads
in
that
me.
have done it.
Shot them.
Yeah, yeah, in America. And
In America, I can imagine.
They-
But I don't know what it is in me. I think there's just a touch of mental illness. So it's like seeing them things flying up. I'm like, what the hell?
Mm.
It's just in the back of my head or something.
Yeah.
But I think it's probably generational mental illness that makes me not like them. Suspicion and like, not, what would you call it? A little bit paranoid of them.
Yeah.
Even though I know like all they're gonna see if they have a camera on me is this anyway. Like. So like if they want to spy on me, all they're gonna get is that. You know what I mean? So there's no point. What do they see all this stuff about people being paranoid about technology spying on them and all?
Yeah.
What are they gonna see you doing? Like they wouldn't want to be spying on me. They'd be like, oh Jesus, look how fast he's eating that wrap.
Yeah. Of course he has heartburn and
Yeah,
indigestion.
exactly. Yeah. But with the drones, I don't know what it is. First of all, I think personally where I live here is in the test zone for the
Yeah,
drones.
that's what I was going. Yeah, that's
So
the
the
thing.
noise of them,
Yeah, do you think
I
they're
hear
noise?
them in my house like, yeah, they're like helicopters.
Are they? Yeah.
Honest to
So
God.
I see. I'm at this side of the town where I can just see. I'm like, oh, they're so close. I can just
Yeah.
order them just from there. But what actually happened? I don't know if you've heard about this. Have you seen this? Have you heard about this? But the initial launch of the drones, they just figured out it was a way to traffic drugs around Blanche.
Well, there you go.
So
That's
like that was the thing. So where like and 9 times out of 10 with all this kind of stuff is that as soon as you figured it out, so whatever the employees were ended up being drug dealers.
Yeah.
And they'd go, oh yeah, no, if you want me to drop whatever it is, you just order it, tell me the number, and then I'll put whatever you want in the drone, and then it's going to be dropped off into each location. It goes straight into your back garden, no questions asked.
Yeah.
It just looks like you're after ordering a coffee.
Yeah,
All that
exactly.
kind of stuff, and like that's the way it was happening. But then on the flip side to it is that you'd see the likes of like a huge big storm. So like a big crazy storm. There's loads of places that have like no food, water, toilet, all that kind of stuff. Is like, would you not use the drones to drop them in
Yeah.
where all the flooding is and all of that kind
They
of stuff?
would definitely help for that.
You know, and you're gonna
Yeah.
go, well, there's your fucking selling point. Maybe you shouldn't be delivering coffees to the lad who's hungover as fuck and he's too lazy to walk 20 metres down the road.
Yeah.
Maybe he should just get off his fucking hole and do that. On the flip side too is, what about the people that are stranded because a tree's after falling down and they have no way to get their messages?
Or you have no toilet roll.
Yeah. I'm fucking wiping my arse with a dock leaf.
Come in the window. Come in the window.
Yeah.
Take the first ride into the toilet and just drop it into me. Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think there is definitely a use for them.
Yeah.
But I think someone getting a coffee with a drone or stuff like that, I'm just like, and I can't even explain it. It's something in me when I look up at them, I go, fuck off. I can't even help it. I can't even, I'm like, I feel like doing that. I feel like shooting it, but I don't have a gun.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. It's something in me, in my genetic makeup that won't let me think any other way. It just makes me go, fuck off. Like, and the noise is annoying, but that's not the real reason. And I don't know what the real reason is. I think it's definitely some genetic hereditary symptom of paranoia, because I basically come from a family of mad fuckers. I think that's what it really is. I don't know.
Makes sense. But,
maybe someone in my ancestry got shot on by a bird or something, and it's like, but I can definitely see why there would be a use for them.
Yeah.
So you'd be pro drone, would you?
You see, that's the thing. You kind of you could be pro drone.
This is the great thing. You can have it, even if you're anti drone and pro drone. You can have a chat on this podcast. You know, we come together.
No. You see, but the thing is that it does have swings and roundabouts. What pisses me off about it is that, what happens is that, like, I live in an apartment, so I'm not allowed to have drone deliveries, and that pisses me off.
There you go.
And we go, oh no, I want to sit there and give your man the thumbs up. Yeah, cool. You can drop me package down and happy days. Where you're like, oh no, I have a back garden. If I wanted to order a coffee, I could. And that's what pisses me off about it. Is that, like, there's a segregation of who can and who can't have it.
Yes.
And that's what pisses me off more than, like, that freaking fucking order.
Yeah.
He can get Neapolitan pizzas delivered in 30 seconds.
Well,
or I have to wait on poor old Larry on his bike.
I think what we should do is then we should get together in some time over the next few weeks, and we'll order a drone delivery.
Yeah.
We'll get it here. We'll put it up on our Instagrams and YouTubes and all.
Yeah.
See what all the fuss is about. We'll time it.
Yeah.
We'll see what the food is like.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So how many more questions do we have left? Or are we
well, the one thing. What's that? I've written a few little silly things here.
Are you a folder or a scruncher?
So there's the throw a few chips in days. Are they gone? We've already covered that.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work the same in the special request section.
Online
delivery. You don't do it. No. I tried it before.
But that's what actually, and here's the thing: what you can do, it's a bit of crack, is when you put in the special requests, just tell them how much you like the actual restaurant, because they can see how many times you've ordered. So I've done that a few times where I've gone, love the place, lads, thanks so much for everything, really appreciate it. And they've given me, like, free cookies.
So that comes up on the order.
Oh yeah,
they read it.
Yeah.
I didn't know they read that.
Yeah, and then, like, and that's the other thing. So when you put them orders through, so what I was doing is that, like, I would order, and what you're never supposed to do, and I've gotten lifted so many times from restaurants and all this stuff, is I've ordered a kids meal because I don't want a large bag of chips. I just want whatever it is, me 4 chicken tenders, small bag of chips, little drink or whatever. That's done because you want to order bigger meals or you want to do all that kind of thing. So where I've ordered, say, from a chipper, I've gone and I've gotten a burger, and then I've gone, gives a kid sausage meal. I want a little bag of chips, there's a sausage, and it comes with a little fruit shoe, a little Capri Sun or something like that.
Nice.
Actually, I have something for you.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Here's the thing now, right? So you know the way kids have Capri Suns?
Yeah.
Well, this, my friend, is a Fox's Bow Daddy Sun.
Oh wow.
So what it is actually a little flask of whiskey. So there you go.
Christ.
Bet you've never seen that before.
Thanks very much.
There you go now. So yeah, so it's
will I chill that?
Yeah, you can chill it, you can snort it.
I can't drink it now. I have to go for a drug test.
No.
A drug and alcohol test. I'm on probation in Florida.
Compilations.
Absolutely, that's great. Thanks very much.
But yeah, so like that's the thing.
That's the first gift I've ever got on the podcast.
There you go. Now,
Thank you very much.
So you have
amazing.
your little things, and the reason why I love those little yolks is that they're absolutely perfect for
straight up whiskey.
Straight up.
Yeah.
It's good.
Very good.
But the adult Capri Suns.
When I saw you in that T-shirt, I thought it was what's the name of them? There's a gay Gaelic football team.
Yeah.
Have you heard of them?
No. have I been fucking? Oh, look at your man over there. I say he loves a battered sausage. What? I don't know nothing about Gav. What are you talking about?
What are they called? I forget the name of them, but they're a total LGBT Gaelic football team, and I think their jersey's a bit like that.
Bollocks.
All right, we'll what other?
Oh yeah, and just to get back, I know we were talking about the Capri Suns thing, but when you order from a chipper and you put in the box, you put in the special request, every single time I'm like, put salt and vinegar on it, but because you're ordering a kids meal, they won't do it.
Yeah, and I was thinking there, like if you order a kids meal online for delivery, do they like reverse ID it?
Actually,
show me that you're under 18.
Yeah.
Is there an official threshold for what age you have to be to get a kids meal?
No, so what happens is it's just kids meals 9 times out of 10 are just there because the man that have ordered the 2 big meals and it's just a smaller portion for the kids or whatever, and it's more of if you should technically you should be ordering bigger meals, and this is just right, we'll give you this as a cheaper thing, like, or whatever. Ordering the cheaper thing just because it's a smaller size or whatever like that, it's definitely frowned upon in the hospitality industry, like, big time.
Like kids meals in general.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So like I've done videos on it in the past, or like lunchtime. I don't want to eat a big huge meal at lunch.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh yeah, no, I ordered that, and I was like, oh, after getting a burger and chips and a drink for whatever. And like the owners have messaged me on, actually, can you not push the kids meals?
Right.
We'd appreciate that, and I'm like, oh yeah, I won't push them, but I'm definitely still going to order them because I'm not eating a half pounder and chips at 1 o'clock on a fucking Tuesday. You know.
Actually, a quick one as well. The garden house. You wanted to, because that was the original clip that we sort of bonded over.
Yeah. So, who do you think came first, the garden house or Romeo's or Macari's?
Oh, but they are the 2 originals, aren't they?
Yeah.
Do you know the answer to this?
No. Well, according to ChatGPT, it said that the garden house was the first ever takeaway in Blanchardstown. And that was, so it was literally, other than that, then you'd either just have the restaurants in the village, and it was the first one there, and it's been there since the 1960s.
60s?
Yeah.
My God.
So within the village, whatever, Mr. House or whatever his name is been slinging. But he's been slinging out those Chinese curries and cooked, ready to order before you even get there. For however many years.
It's a weird anomaly of a name, isn't it? Garden house.
Yeah.
It's like they're totally separate things. They just said, what are people's 2 favorite things? Garden and a house. Garden house.
What you getting it? Any sort of horticulture stuff? Chinese food.
Yeah, exactly. It sounds like they should sell plants in there.
Yeah. Oh, we're going down to the garden house there. Oh, what are you getting? A few shrubs wrapped? No, I'm actually getting a trio and 2 cans of Coke.
What? So I'll put it up after. I'll research this and put it up after of which one came first. It must have been the garden house.
Yeah,
it's there since the 60s.
Yeah, so
and they've been here so long that I got a delivery a couple of months ago. 9 minutes.
Yeah.
All in from the time I rang them.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know what you were talking about. What you were doing beforehand. But that was one of the official kind of complaints with Domino's. I don't know if you've ever seen that. It says we'll deliver it if we deliver in 30 minutes or less, you get the meal for free, or 30 minutes or more. So this lad goes up with his missus and gives her a wham bam thank you ma'am, but the guy delivers it in 15 minutes.
Oh no.
And he's knocking at the door, and he actually put in an official complaint saying, I was up giving me missus the 1-2 before our dinner, and you're after disturbing us.
Oh God.
You disturbed us and you ruined our night.
Jesus
and we just sat there
Christ.
sulking eating our food.
Wow.
Can you imagine? Yeah.
She was hungry for more.
Yeah, you dirty boy.
Yeah, right, garden house. Yeah, and the whole thing about them. What do you think that is? That the fact that when you call the garden house, that's when can you be here, and 5 minutes is like how
Oh,
long
yeah.
it takes. It's all just sitting there ready to go, is it?
Yeah.
Is that why? It's
Well,
not fresh.
Well, generally, what they say is that with most takeaways, especially the likes of Indian and Chinese food, is that everything is just it's pre-cooked.
Yes.
So like 99% of the things it's pre-cooked and reheated.
Yeah.
So they literally just have a vat of just chicken that's ready to go, beef, whatever, and then it's like yeah, and then we do that, and then it's like right, so you could order the curry with barbecue sauce. They go right, chicken, barbecue sauce, rice, wok, heat, tray, and
That's it.
because the woks and all of the stuff there, it's so hot, it's just brought up to servable temperature, over 75 degrees. So it's literally brought up to servable temperature, fucked into a tray, and then
Yeah.
thrown out.
And would it be cooked on the daily at least?
No, not necessarily. No.
Jeez.
So that's a good aspect of when you're doing it is that when it's cooked, it'll have a generally a 2 to 3 day storage life, like or shelf life.
Yeah.
But the big thing, and one of the biggest causes of food poisoning all around the world, isn't actually meat. Everyone goes, oh no, it's meat, and it's this. It's preheated rice, or it's rice that's cooked on multiple times, and vegetables, so
All right.
salads.
Jeez.
So like, and it's a big thing where like a lot of people go, oh, I have a bag of salad that's in my fridge and it's
Yeah.
on the thing, and they go, oh no, it's been there for a couple of days. Sure, it's salad, it's just its leaves or whatever, and they like you just take them out, fuck them into a bowl, and you start eating them. And
Yeah.
you go, oh, but there was no meat in it, so it couldn't be food poisoning, but it actually is.
Jesus.
So
I thought it was the other salmon. Salmonella.
Oh, good luck. Get out your part.
Right.
You're not living here anymore. On that bombshell. Jesus
Well, we'll
Christ.
go.
It's like salmon and knowledge. Huh? Who? Oh yeah, salmonella. It was the
A
cousin
cheap
of
joke.
Rihanna.
A cheap joke. That's the other salmon in Ireland. Is that right?
What?
That joke was that linguistically correct?
No, it's
Salmonella, the other salmon.
Yeah, and then it's
Lovely.
Umbrella Ella from Rihanna. That's
Yeah.
Well, that's another fact as well. So every day that Rihanna's Umbrella song was number one, it rained in Ireland.
Really?
Yeah, and it was something like consecutively like 60 days or something.
Jeez.
So every day Rihanna's song Umbrella was number one in Ireland, it rained.
Madness.
Yeah.
So we finish off by something you mentioned. We were having a coffee before there,
Oh yeah.
and you were saying that reactions to bad reviews,
Yeah.
people react a lot stronger to a bad food video
Oh yeah.
than they would to a good food video. You get a lot more traction.
Oh, big time.
I mean, that's human nature, isn't it?
But the thing is that like you can see people who get paid to do it.
Yeah.
You can see people that do it for kind of clout or whatever, and they go and like they just throw things under the bus, and there's no sort of constructive criticism with it.
Yeah.
And then you can just have people then they kind of everyone gets tired of the same versus an honest reviewer.
Yeah.
And I think an honest reviewer doesn't necessarily have to slate places and go, don't go there, this is the worst thing in the world, blah, 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 blah. Like, I think you can be an honest reviewer and still say places are decent and you should go check it out and whatever. But what I found on social media doing videos and doing all that stuff is that if you slate a place, it's like shooting fish in a barrel, it's just, yeah, and you're guaranteeing yourself to get a decent amount of views or drawing the line of a certain amount of views because of it.
So a lot of reviewers, you'd say, are just going straight for the numbers rather than doing the honest thing of the review.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I've seen reviewers that have said that there's likes of like franchise food places are the best thing ever, and then I've gone out to say there's like pizza places that like ferment their own dough, create their own tomato sauce. Their cheese is imported directly from wherever, and all the meat and all of the stuff, and then they would review it and then not know actually what they were reviewing. So they would compare the likes of like a deep dish pizza to a Neapolitan pizza and say, oh, this pizza's real floppy and all, and it's shitty and it's this and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But when I go to wherever, what's the name of the one that's at the George there?
Pie.
Doom Slice.
Doom slice.
So we go, oh, well, I go to Doom Slice. I said, there's a lot of a crunch to it. And this is when you're comparing a pizza that's developed to be floppy
Yeah.
compared to a pizza that's developed to be crunchy. And
Mm.
like, it's like night and day. You can't
Yeah.
necessarily do that, you know? And you go, oh, this one was much nicer than that one. It's like, yeah, but you should compare like to like Neapolitan to Neapolitan. Because
Yeah.
if you turn around and say one's real floppy and it's shy, it's like, that's what it's
Mm.
supposed to be like. If you have a really floppy fucking, what? If you had a real floppy Doom Slice pizza, then you'd go, actually, no, that's not
That's
right.
the difference.
So like that's
Yeah.
the thing is it's some people kind of do that, and but you can't like you can be constructive and just say, oh no, you cooked your chips too long.
Yeah.
Like, for me, the chips are, or the same with burgers or whatever. Like, oh no, this is a bit burnt. If I was to get if or there was definitely a big thing of even being over in America. So me in Ireland, I would get a steak that's medium rare. So I go, yeah, medium rare, and I see the line of pink in the middle or whatever, happy days. And when I got a steak over in America, I was like, oh, can I get medium rare? And I cut into it, and the thing was still fucking breathing. like,
Mm.
like a well-educated vet could have brought this thing back to life.
Yeah.
And I'm like cutting into it, and I'm going, oh Jesus. The guy comes over to me, he's like, hi sir, is your steak okay? And I was like, you know, and
Yeah.
there's certain type of preferences where you kind of
Mm.
go, actually, you might throw that back on the grill for a little bit. It's a little bit still alive for me, or you know, that kind
Yeah.
of stuff.
Yeah.
Where necessarily that's like your own personal preference
Yeah.
compared to things, or a cultural thing, you know.
Mm.
But yeah, definitely the negative ones will always, and have for me personally, have always outweighed any positive review I've ever done. Especially like with takeaways and calling yourself a takeaway man. I've tried to do really bougie restaurants and gone in and like Michelin guided or Michelin star restaurants and paid €200 for a plate of food and stuff like that. And people just do not care. Like they're just
Mm.
like, nah. Where's the best spice bag down? You're like, oh Jesus.
Or better yet, where's the worst one?
Well, that's the thing. Like, I could go on a Tuesday and get one, and that's absolutely amazing. And I could get it from the same place at 11:30 hammered on a Friday night, and it would be dog shit. You
Right.
know, so
Consistency is an issue.
yeah, like the consistency amount of it. But my favorite one so far, that I've gone, "Do you know, I'd actually go back there again, is the Peking restaurants. So we don't have them over here on the north side, but on the south side, they have it's called Peking Chinese,
Oh.
and they're my favorite one so far. My least favorite one, which is very very controversial, is I call it Zion Street Food, Jan's Street Food. That's just on Grafton Street there, just off Grafton Street. That's the big one. That's where everyone goes, oh my god, I'm gonna bring you to get your spice bag and your stuff, and
Yeah.
that's where we go, and this is the best one. The thing's bright orange. There's no chilies in it.
The spice bag.
Yeah.
Right.
I was like, what?
Mm.
Like this? No.
The old bright orange dust on it.
Yeah, but this is it. Like, you know, you're like, what?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay. But my thing is for definitely spice bags and stuff was that back at the start, we used to have it and it was actually spicy.
Yeah.
You know, and you'd go, Jesus, like this was really hard to eat, and but it was tasty, but you're kind of reluctant, and you had like an addiction to go back to it.
Mm.
Now they actually put more sugar in it than anything else. So
Yeah.
So when you look at it now, like it's literally like tasting candy floss.
Yes.
You know, you're like,
Yeah, they're not the. I remember I had a couple of them at the start when they first got popular, and then since then I just had a bad one. I think
Yeah.
that had brutal chicken,
yeah,
and it was kind of sweet rather than spicy, and I just lost faith in it. You get kind of traumatized by
Yeah.
them sometimes, don't you?
Oh,
some
Jesus,
some food places.
yeah.
Has there been any particular review or food that takeaway food that you've had that has been? Give us the worst one you've ever had, and we'll finish on that.
Yeah, well, the worst one that I've had recently is Wingstop. So that was
Straight in there, not
that
messing.
was, yeah, no, that, like, and I brought my man on with it, and we were just sitting there, and the two of us were just looking at this and going, we just spent €40 on frozen chicken bites that were covered in Frank's hot sauce. I was like, nah.
Wow.
And I was like, hold on a minute, and then we got like it came with the chips and all of the stuff, and I was like, actually, this is dirt. Like this is really really like
Mm.
it was really 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 bad. And what kind of got to me was that the queues were out the door, But the other thing was is that
Was that because it was just opened?
no, so that was the thing.
How long has it been there?
It's been open now for about since November.
Since November
So like,
2025.
yeah. So it's been open since then, right up to now. It was enough for me to actually go, do you know what? This isn't good.
Yeah.
Like, this is dodgy,
And-
and enough for me to do a video on it. I'm very reluctant on doing like, do not go to this place
Yeah.
because it is shit. But the reason why I did the video was is that you could even see the staff there. They're like, "What do you want? Yeah, grand. Yeah, that's blah blah blah." And I was like, "All right." I was like, "Can I get a Coke?" And the other one was like, "No, no Cokes." I was like, "Oh, well,
Pepsi only.
yeah." I was like, "What?" I was like, "Water then?" And everyone's like, "Yeah, no problem." And I looked at the thing and it was like €3 for water. I was like,
Oh, lovely.
It's like three. So they were charging me the same as an unlimited bottomless Coke, but I was getting a very limited bottle of water. And not only that, they then also charged me the return deposit scheme for each bottle. So they charged me for that. And then, as we were kind of like, we didn't even finish the food as well, which I always do a thing where it's like, this is what's left, and we play 9 times out of 10, it's empty. I was like, actually, no, I recommend this place, and it was decent. The guy who was cleaning it, moping around, pissed off, hating life, came in and he went out of his way to take the 2 bottles.
Yeah.
So they must be doing like a little thing where they're using the bottles,
Ah, lovely.
you know, all that kind of
Jeez.
stuff to get their 30 cents. I don't know, like,
They're probably paying the staff with those bottles.
but this is it.
You know, that's your tips.
Yeah.
They could be doing that.
Yeah.
You never know.
Um,
Jesus, I was gonna say, like, you don't have to name the place, but I mean, it sounds, and you're a very considerate person when it comes to doing these reviews and stuff. So the
yeah.
fact that you've named it and are not afraid to do that, and
Oh, no.
you're kind of calling it out,
Oh yeah, no, big time. Yeah.
is that like, you know, shows
But
that.
the thing is when you go to
mean
America
it.
or whatever, and you see the portion sizes that they get for a fraction of the cost, and then when you come over here and it's completely flipped, where the portion sizes are absolutely tiny,
Yeah.
and what we're paying is completely extortionate. It's just greed,
Mm.
and that's the shit that we need to be calling out on things.
Yeah, I think you're dead right.
Like it's just like, hold on a minute.
Yeah, and I think even calling out one place can have a ripple effect,
Oh yeah, definitely.
and the other places go, Jesus, we don't want to.
Well, they just see it as this big money spinner. It originally happened with. Now I call it Krispy Kreme. Did you say Krispy Kreme or
Cream.
Yeah. Oh,
Mm.
very bougie.
Krispy Kreme.
Yeah. But when that first
Do you call it
opened-
ice cream as well? And
Well, you see, this is it. I do actually. Yeah. Hello, there's the ice cream man. But
it's spelled KREME though, so
yeah, well, this is
I
it.
see where you're coming
Each to
from.
their own. But like
You call it Krispy Kreme.
no. I call it Krispy Kreme.
Have you
as
met
well.
people that call it Krispy Kreme?
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah, just mainly Dutch people or whatever. But, smoking their pancake. But no, like when that first opened, like that shut down Blanchardstown. Like remember there was a thing and there was queues out
Crazy.
there, like people queuing and queuing and queuing. It was a drive-through thing, and it was just for a donut. Like
I know.
people
What's
were going-
what's up with that?
like
It was the
mental.
same at Taco Bell
Yeah,
when it opened.
in Dundalk, and you go
Dundalk.
up and you're like, what
The lemmings, you know, just
yeah. You have to try it.
here come the lemmings now.
Yeah. But this is exactly what it is, and it's very kind of
It's
sheep orientated. And then
Yeah.
you go and you see it, and then they're like, "That's shite." But
Yeah.
they do so well, and then you have like independent food trucks that have to shut down because like no one's trying it on a Tuesday night.
yeah.
So like the big thing is that
There you go.
the Friday, Saturday, Sundays for 90% of most decent restaurants, food trucks, or whatever, that sells itself. That's happy out. It's the Monday to Sunday kind of thing where that's where you have to get in and actually go in and go and buy this stuff, because that's when they start struggling, because they're getting stock in to sell, they can't sell it, and then it goes to waste. So
And it's
then-
the good stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and they're and that's the thing. And because everything is getting more and more expensive, they're kind of what happens is that the majority of the places buy the good stuff at the start because they're really passionate about it, and then they slowly have to deteriorate to kind of cheaper
Scale for profit.
Yeah,
Mm.
but not even that. It slowly kind of deteriorates in order to fucking keep it going.
Yeah.
So like that's the thing when you were like when I was first reviewing places that first opened, it was amazing, and I was like, oh yeah, like there was loads of places, and like super organic buttermilk chicken that was like out in the pastures of fucking Glen Rowe and all this stuff, and
Yeah.
they were massaged before they died and all this kind of shit. And then it's just like, oh yeah, now you're getting Musgraves frozen chicken fillets that have to be defrosted 2 days beforehand. And you're like,
Yeah. So it's like one is for the influencers, and then the rest is for the general public.
Yeah.
Bring them in. Like, but you see, uh, not food influencers. I don't know how to describe it, but they'll be working on behalf of a restaurant, obviously, or a takeaway, and the chicken will be like that. They'll be hanging it like a fucking,
oh yeah,
and dipping it, and and it looks. You're going, Jesus, that looks lovely.
Yeah.
And then you might turn up there, and it's not like that at all.
No.
It's like they're giving them a different bit of chicken.
Yeah, oh yeah, no,
You know what I mean?
definitely, yeah. And what gets me in my chicken thing, have you ever seen The Last of Us? Have you ever seen the TV show The Last of Us?
No.
It's based off a video game, but it's about it's this thing called cordyceps mushrooms, and it's like they have plants basically grow out of their mouth. It's
Jesus.
disgusting. But it's called stringy chicken. So if you have cheap overcooked chicken and you pull it apart, you get the exact same sort of stringy, and it's chewy.
Right.
You wouldn't even give it to your dog, like 'cause you're
Yeah.
afraid to think of choke on it. But that's what I'm calling it now. It's like cordyceps chicken, and there's whatever's going around, whatever batch that these guys are getting it in or defrosting it or whatever way they're prepping it. It's chicken strings. It's like a cheese string, but
Yeah.
made out of chicken. It's disgusting. And it's happened to me a few times where I'm like, oh yeah, get something at the start, it's great, and then you get this stringy chicken then afterwards, and it literally is like you're like, what?
Like a cheese string.
Yeah. It's,
You have to say cheese string carefully, don't you?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
else it sounds like G string.
So you've eaten a few of them in your time in 35.
G string, isn't it?
Ding.
Anyway, so overall the message you want to put out here is support the places that put in the best ingredients.
Yeah.
Support them regularly, consistently. Is that what you'd say? Anything else you'd want to say there?
Yeah, like just don't leave it. The best time, the best thing to do is not necessarily leave it for the really, really busy days, the Friday, Saturday, Sundays.
Yeah.
If you're in a position that you're after going in, you're after doing a Wednesday in work, actually have a little cheat day of a Wednesday and do a little thing. And then when you have all of your weekend off on your Friday, like your Saturdays and Sundays, maybe cook a home cooked meal and then order your takeaways during the week to take the edge off rather than do that kind of
And hit it at about 6 or 7 so you don't get the heartburn.
yeah.
And if you do get the heartburn, lay on your left.
Yeah.
Where can people find you, Kev, the takeaway man?
Yeah, so everything is just at the takeaway man on all social sites, websites, all that kind of crack. It's just at the takeaway man. Yeah, so a lot of the kind of the travel stuff that I've done is actually on Carl Watson's YouTube channel. So so I've done like the midnight train to Georgia, and then we've travelled all around Ireland in the camper van as well. So, but they're docu-series stuff. So that's if you like the short form content at the takeaway man, and then if you like the long form stuff, you go onto Carl Watson's YouTube. That basically has a load of kind of fully professionally edited, like long way round, Top Gear kind of style, and stuff like that. So,
Great.
yeah.
It's been great having you. Great chatting
cheers,
to you. We shall continue to work together
100%.
as two food lovers in different industries.
Yeah, you don't get to this size without loving a bit of food.
Oh, absolutely. Speak yourself, mate. Anyway, this has been the Dan Stevens Show. Thanks very much, everybody. Please like and subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, follow, rate 5 stars, all that. Donate in the link in the episode description if you can. That would be great. Thanks very much for watching. Thanks very much for listening. I'll see you back on the next one. Cheers and goodbye.
You know. Fucking legend, man. Hey!
Yeah. Oh, I felt like there's so much more.
This is it.